So I'm sat in my Range Rover now. A few people did the long trip video that I did when the Range Rover covered nearly 2,500 miles from Ukraine to England and back. They asked me about the screen that I had fitted on here. So today I'm going to show you how I actually fitted the screen into my L322. I've removed the screen so I can show you exactly how I've done it. So this is what it looks like before, the base speaker and everything there, and we're going to be installing it just to sit on this area. It'll be on a suction on the back of here. Hopefully we're going to route all the cables round the back, up through here, down, up underneath, probably you can see down there, up underneath here, along, round the side there and back up into here. And funny enough, we've got a lovely little notch there that it can actually go into, which is quite handy. So let's start off with first things first. This is the actual screen that I bought. It's got an attachment that's to go on the bit that goes onto the windscreen. It does come with an attachment. You can either put this one on here, which goes to the screen, or it comes with one that's got a leg that goes onto the actual base or wherever you want to put it. I didn't really want to stick anything onto my dash, so I haven't bothered doing that. It's got a camera on here which slides up and down, and it's also got side movement as well, which is really good. That comes with it. You get the actual suction pad there, and it's got a long ball attachment to go. That slides up and down like that. I normally have on the full extension, and obviously this undoes and levers up and down as well. And on my particular one, obviously you do get loads of different ones. My particular one came with an incredibly long lead on it. It just goes into a normal cigarette lighter, and then it plugs into your actual the thing itself with, I think it's a USB type C. Yeah, USB type C. And they even give you an external, I think that's to go into the camera or a microphone or rear camera. Oh no, it's telling me GPS. I don't know why you'd want that, because basically most people link them to the phone anyway. And there's an extra power out or a USB that can go into there. Let's put that back over there. The main unit itself has got, I don't know if you can see that in there. So basically you've got your main power going in there, you've got a SD card there, and you've got an auxiliary. I can read what that says, AV in. Yeah, let's get to installing it. So first things first, obviously I'm going to get this sticker thing in here. I normally put it really low down. It's difficult to get to, but it keeps it out of the way. That's it, that's that stuck on. And then we'll just adjust. I'm going to adjust the ball up here a little bit more. There you go. And there's the actual thing. I won't put the actual unit on yet because it gets difficult to plug everything. I normally do the cables, plug it in, and then put it back on after that. So that's the actual unit. Or the actual sucker thing actually put in there. There it is, showing up onto there. As I said, I won't put the actual unit on yet. I'll normally do the cable in first. So you can actually see the cable just literally underneath the padded dash there. You can actually tuck the cable in all the way down the back. Hopefully you can see that. So the route we're going to take is down here. Like I said, I've used one of these and just literally not damage it, and then we're going to go across down here. So this air take actually comes out. Literally all you do, grab it across here and just yank, and obviously there's some cables there, you have to undo it. So this little popper here is a bit of a bugger to get out. You've got to try and squeeze it from both sides, but yeah, generally you can get it sorted. So as you can see, actually, I didn't have to remove that. So if you pull, this will all come down here, and you can get the wiring down the back there. So now we're actually down to here. Now up underneath, where you can see it, there's a trim that you can actually slightly pull down there. And you can tuck it all the way along into that area. So as you can see, like I said, you can actually pull it along this trim here and put it all the way along down to there. That gets us up to this point. But then we'll remove this panel here, which we just pull. So this section here, we just literally pull like that, and you can bring down. And there we are, we're back at this area. So that can drop, cable can drop down here. And then we're ready to go up behind the dash in that area there, which you can just start tucking it under. So then this one can go back, and that just hooks on in little tiny clips. I can show you. You can see some clips that goes into those sections there, so you just have to hook them roughly back in, which is difficult doing it with one hand. So you have to make sure that this top one is just pushed into the hole there and literally just jam it back on. That's that one done. Point, you normally have to put your seat back a little bit, as far as possible, give you enough chance to be able to get to that down there. Now we just need to tuck this up underneath here, which you can just lever it a little bit, and it takes it all the way back underneath. Make sure that's clicked in properly. Yeah. Okay. And that brings you to the cable here, which we can literally just bring up the side, and that tucks down neatly into the top there. All this stuff can go back now. Just a case of clicking it back in. Putting the two screws back in. Here's the hard bit, it's trying to get that cable in so it's not in the way. There you have it, all back in. Make sure that's all in. This can go back. Done. Neat. Just see the cable in there, and that's it, all up to here. So obviously I've got the unit now. Let's just undo this nut thing there. That pushes itself onto like that. That pushes itself onto the ball. You just have to tighten it onto the back. Hold it in position, or better if you move the camera up a little bit. Nice and tight. Plug the power lead in, and then adjust it to where you actually want it. So for me, I normally have it resting on the bottom here, so I'm actually going to undo the bottom screw, which is, now you know what I said, I didn't do it first. So I get it to that rough position, and then that bottom one up, which you get movement in it anyway, like so. Then wind the adjustment up and down, and I normally sit it just about there. Raise the camera up, angle it, get it into a nice position, and there you have it. One screen neatly fitted. Like I said, that's the pain. I normally just leave those there. They don't tend to rattle around too much. It's that back nut that's difficult to get to underneath there to slide it in and out. That's not so bad, but the sticker on this, or the suction cup, is incredibly good. So yeah, and I think it's a very good addition to the actual screen without actually doing any damage. And you can't see any of the cables, or bar that little one there, which, to be fair, when you put the armrest down, you can hardly see anyway. The L322, you've got a cigarette lighter, excuse the rubbish, that you can actually plug into here. So I'm going to do that. And there you go. that's all you get to see. So first to turn on, maybe it needs my intervention this time because I played around with it. Yeah, so basically as it comes on you get a happy, looks quite reflective there, but in reality it's not when you're driving. You get the choice of, so you get Apple CarPlay, you get Android, Apple AirPlay, Android Mirror, music, Wi-Fi info, etc. So we're going to choose the CarPlay. So as you can see, we've got the main screen there, we've got recorder, Bluetooth settings, audio out, which you can then tune into FM radio, so you can tune your station to whatever you set on this. You've got Bluetooth, auxiliary, and yeah, you can use the main speaker, which is probably a load of rubbish, I've never used it. Back to the home screen, so yeah, you've got the mobile link. Go into the settings, we've got the format, SD card. I normally put a 64 gig one in there. That's the CarPlay position. You could have it left and right on the screen, depends on your left hand drive, right hand drive. You've got the resolution there, which goes up to 4K. That's to do with the recordings and stuff. I've set it onto loop recording, so it just records over if it runs out of the card storage. It's got a G sensor shock on there for accidents, and as I said, it goes into the resolution, so you can record at 720, 1080, 2.5 or 4K.